everybody, this is LMP Games, and welcome back to another episode of our First Impressions series. This should be episode 21, I believe. And tonight we're going to be looking at Subnautica. As with the last couple of games that we've done, it's just something I've known about for a while, just never gotten around to playing it. I have watched a tiny bit of this being played by the True Salt King. But this one I'm going into pretty blind, so I don't really know too much about it other than that it's one of those kind of survival games where you go out, you collect stuff, and you're trying to do whatever, but you're in the ocean, essentially. What is the other one? There's one like this I played before. Is it called Deep Water something? No, maybe Sub-Zero? Sub-Zero. No, Subsistence, no. What is this one called? Oh, I've played this before. Not this game, but a game like this on the same premise where you're under the ocean and you're like going out to collect stuff and you have to deal with situations. I can't remember the name of it. I played a game like this before. I played games like this before, survival games like this. So it's not a new genre to me. But Subnautica is definitely new. So this is made by and published by Unknown Worlds Entertainment, so self-published game. It's gonna be survival, open world survival, maybe some aspects of horror if you have like fear of water and stuff. So it's like base building, material collecting, grinding, Minecrafty kind of stuff. So in these kinds of games, survival, crafting, building kind of games, harvesting stuff kind of games, the main thing you're looking for is going to be gameplay. So how's the gameplay feel? Is the crafting fair? Is there enough content to, enough content for the price? Does it make sense? Is it too grindy, potentially? How much is this game, by the way? This is on sale right now for well, actually, I think I bought the bundle here, so it's currently on sale for 10% off for the Ultimate Collection bundle, which has the DLC or expansion, whatever it is, in there as well. Or something. I know that I got this in the other one, like the sequel or something. But I don't see where it is or what the price is. I guess it's $30 for the main game. So let's keep that in mind as we're playing through it and see what we find out in terms of the quality of the game. So yeah, mostly gameplay. Maybe like level design a little bit too, potentially. But in terms of like and maybe to lesser extent art design and stuff for like the immersion factor. But most of the other stuff is not going to be too important. Not as important as gameplay. Gameplay is the big one to look for. So let's go ahead and load this up and get to checking it out. Let's see what we got. All right. So, epilepsy warning. Alright, accessibility options. Let's see what we got. UI scaling, good. PDA pause. So I'm guessing that this pauses the game when you're in a certain menu or something. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. Wait, why is the Subnautica thing not going? Ah, there we go. It was tied to the wrong window. Oh, it was tied to the launch window. That's what it was. Okay, because this game launches with a launch window that has a couple different options for launching the game. And I think it tied to that. All right, here we go. So light flashes, PDA pause. I'm gonna turn that on. These, yeah. So these are. Maybe not the UI scaling, but the other two, these definitely are accessibility features. So go down the devs for not putting non-accessibility features in the accessibility menu. So we got random background, show news, subtitles enabled, speed characters per second. Let's go ahead and increase resolution to 4K. Turn on VSync. What's the asterisk mean? Weird. Field of view, we'll increase that to 75. Let's go to 70 for now. We'll go to 70 for now. So ambience down to 90. Music down to 75. I think that's the way it is. Graphics, color grading off, advanced, high, detail, water quality. Turn off motion blur. Now if this is world blur, leave that on, because the world blur is actually good, but motion blur, turn that shit off. Nobody needs it. We don't care about that. Accessibility, name a key, troubleshooting. Alright. Let's go ahead and start up. Let's see what we have. So we have freedom, like survival without hunger or thirst. Survival, crash land on dangerous alien world. Scavenge resources and manage hunger and thirst to survive hardcore mode. Survival with only one life. No O2 alerts. Creative. So we're gonna play it on survival because that's the main game mode. So that's interesting. So actually it's on an alien world. Okay. So you crash on alien world. Altera? And is that like a company that you're working for? Or is that the company that owns the ship or something? Unknown world sprinter sites. Abandon the ship. 3, 2, 1. So we're in a escape pod, I guess. Okay, that's not good. Oh, that should have decapitated us, to be honest. Something like that flying into you as you're like descending into a world or something. That should have been like death right there. Okay, well we got a fire. It's never a good thing on a ship of any kind. We need the fire extinguisher. Oh, right click. Okay. This place got burned to hell. FA to report bugs. Feedback. Okay. So this is our PDA, I guess. Altera.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This
Optimal outcome.
PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the data bank for detailed survival advice.
No, that's life.
Good luck.
This has got to be hunger, and this has got to be water. That's O2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quick slots. Okay. Storage container. So that's what we currently have in our inventory. Is what's in storage: flares, filtered water, and nutrient block. Okay. Solar power cell. Damaged secondary systems. Use repair tool. Fabricator. What's this? Nothing. Damaged radio. Use repair tool. Fabricator. Resources, sustenance, personal, deployables. Equipment, tools. Repair tools. So we need cave sulfur, titanium, and silicone rubber. Metal salvage. Creepvine seed cluster. Oh, cool. So it can show you what you're looking for and what it makes. Okay, cool. Disinfected water, bleach, filtered water, unknown ingredients. Coral tube sample, salt deposit. Let's see. Circuitry test failed. Signal systems offline. Radio offline. Distress signal broadcast failed. Deployed. Flotation devices. Hull integrity okay. Medical kit fabricator. So I have a med kit. Okay. How do I send this to a quick button? Can't even assign to a quick button. Blueprints. Voice log, databank, beacon manager. Well, I didn't want to use it, but I used it, so okay. Oh, okay. Flying manta ray. There's the ship. There's our pod.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
So I wonder if we can go over there and salvage anything from the ship. That's pretty far away, though. Is this a situation where you can't actually reach it? Oh no, I think we can. It's just that far away. I didn't bring any food with me though, so... Probably not a good idea to try and get over there. Man, we didn't even get anything probably anywhere close. Jeez. That's gonna take a while. Maybe we have to build like a raft or something. There's an unknown Pokemon right there. I should have grabbed it. I hit the wrong button. Hit the E button to try and collect. So I guess the first... I think the first task is to try and build a tool to repair stuff, right? Potentially. Alright, so we can exit to the bottom too. Scrap metal. So we can do some free diving, but that's pretty deep to go. That doesn't look too friendly. That doesn't look too friendly down there. Some more scrap metal over there. There's a bunch of them too. So it's a usable item, interesting. Pepper. Edible prey fish, high calorie count. I didn't say if I could, you know, eat it raw or not, so I just did. Probably, maybe not a good idea. So there's a lot of these acid mushrooms around. Break stone with what? I think to do that with. Table coral. Coral shell plates. I get things tail turn yellow. It did. So I wonder if, yeah, I wonder if you get too close, it gets hostile. Like the closer you get to it, the more like it changes the color of the tail is like a warning thing, right? That'd be my guess. These kinds of games, that stuff doesn't just happen for no reason, right? So I can make something. Titanium. Okay, I can make some other things now. More titanium. Pipe. Floating air pump. Pipe chain. So I'm gonna try and build this repair tool. Or something. Sea glide, waterproof locker. Oops, I just made that. I didn't mean to. So how do you find out how to, like, can you make things, like, can you discover how to make new things, and if so, how do you do that? Like, do you have to go to the ship over there to find that stuff? Power cells.
Local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
Probably not good. So I think we have to try and get over there, right? Oh, the planets actually move. Interesting. That's cool. Stuff glows at night. Nice. All right. Let's, we got some water and we got some food. Let's try and see if we can get to the ship now. Because I think we have to go and do stuff over here. So I kind of wish there was a little bit more in terms of like starting material, starting stuff. Like, it's obvious that you need something to like break the, you know, rocks and things. Like that one section of rocks that says you can break them. How do you do that? You know? Whoa. Interesting. Yeah, we definitely can get over here. This is pretty far though. Oh wow, okay, so this is not safe to be over here. Well, okay. Never mind, we're going back. So, So like there, to me, we should have some way of breaking that already known, like a hammer or something. The fact that we don't is kind of annoying. So I'm guessing there's some way we can like survive radiation. We have to like figure out how to do it though, right? All right, let's spend some time looking at there's supposed to be like a guide or something, right? Somewhere. Blueprints. Oh, we need, okay, so we need a scanner. Gotcha. We need a scanner to make new blueprints. Okay, that's what I need to know. So we need to make a scanner. Okay, so we need to be able to make a battery then, which is copper ore and acid mushrooms. We get the mushrooms. How do we get the ore? I'll have to figure that out. Habitat builder. Central wiring component. I have water in my inventory, right? I do. Let's go and use some. How did we get more water? That's going to be an issue really fast here. So, let's see. Start here. If you're reading this, you survived an emergency evacuation. Our part is over. Yeah, somehow I don't believe that. Minister first aid, inventory, what's available, survey, equipment, threats, sources, instruct necessary wireless equipment, life pod for damage, repair necessary, broadcast local distress, other survivors on site, more permanent habitat, maintain physical, physiological health until rescue. And B, this information is a meant general guide. In the first instance, you should always follow the advice of the PDA, blah blah blah. Blueprint database corrupted. So how do we collect more fresh water? Or filtered water? Nine passengers on this huge ass ship? What the hell? Ah, okay. So it's a ship. It's essentially a ship that's owned. That's on its way to do some sort of engineering thing. That makes sense. There's not that many passengers there because most of the staff would be for maintaining the ship and then building the phase gate. Apparently. Fins give you extra thrust, standard O2 tank scanner, seagull-eyed. Aquarium. Okay. So where the hell would we find copper at?
Oxygen.
Oh. There's some quartz. I think the longer you stay underwater, the less time you can hold your breath for. There's some scrap metal. Break limestone. Oh, there we go, some copper ore.
An essential component of all powered equipment.
I would have enough for it now.
Survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Unlikely but plausible. Nice. Have a pepper, whatever this thing is. Eye fish. They're not mine. I just let it go. God damn it. I think. Anyway. Alright, so. We want to fabricate some. I still have it actually. Alright, so I need to get some of these. Now we can fabricate one battery. And now we can fabricate a scanner.
New blueprint acquired. The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data. Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor. Oxygen.
Okay. What is this thing? Got a slug thing around it. Let me get some air. Floater. So you put things on them and they can float. Okay, cool. Useful, potentially. Scattered wreckage. I wonder if it actually tells you if you find any new blueprints. Or if you have to just go in and find out if you have or not. Geological data, indigenous life forms, coral, leech fabrication. Rotation of sunken objects. Okay. Oh, actually, we're out of space. Okay. Well, let me grab this then. And we'll make some more metal here. Titanium. So this probably allows me to last longer underwater, I guess. Yeah. So get a higher capacity O2 tank. So I can do some more exploring. I need to figure out how to make O2. Or filter water, that is. That's going to be a huge problem here. Before too long. So I'm trying to scan the sky. There we go, got him. Gas up pod. Gassing up the water. Let's see if you got anything from doing that dude up here. Herbivore. Filtration system. So maybe it can be used for water filtration. We'll need to get something to be able to, like, we'll have to build a knife though, so we can actually kill those guys. What do we need for that? High capacity tank. We need silicon rubber. And for that we need creepvine cluster. I haven't seen those at all yet.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
Quantum detonation, Jesus. Rip a hole in the space-time, fabric of space-time. Where do I find? I guess I can't really. Unless you've like scanned it, you don't know where it's at, right? So we just gotta go find it, I guess. Try to find it. Man, you wouldn't think it'd be too far away from the starting area, right? So. Actually, a piece of titanium. Straw titanium. We get some. Actually, we have plenty of air. Forgot we got the larger tank. So I'm gonna fill it back up anyway. Before we go in there. Bladderfish. Lots of quartz in here. Copper. Nothing took off. Oh, there we go, creep vine. How do we harvest it though? That's another question. What's this? I don't know where it went to. Hoopfish. Okay. I mean, do we need a knife to harvest it? If we need a knife to harvest it, we need it to make a knife. We got a problem here. Some kind of urchin thing down here. Brain coral.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes.
Egg.
Further study recommended.
We're pretty deep when we get up here. So how do we harvest this stuff so we can use it? Oh wait, maybe this. Ah. Clusters, okay. Inventory is full. Gotcha. So it's not the vine itself, it's the sacks that you want. Alright, we got enough to do what we need to. Alright, so we need to make silicon rubber. What is this thing? Lubricant.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Let's see if we can get ourselves one of these. Because I think... So I think these guys are the key to water filtration. Now I just gotta deal with their farting. It's gonna be a problem, I think. The fart fish, so we'll call them. It even makes it sound like they're farting when they release that gas. I mean, I think I'm doing damage, I have no clue. have no clue to tell if I'm doing damage even. It's hard to keep track of where they go. You can go pretty wide array of directions. Damn. Can I like break these things now? Oh, I can. Cool.
Seek fluid intake.
Well, I would, but I have no... Well, actually, I might have one thing of water left. Can I cut these weeds? I can. Can't cut those, though.
Oxygen.
So, let's see. Oh, bladderfish. Okay, so if we have bladderfish, we can make filtered water. Do I have any? So I just need to go get some bladderfish.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Oh, we can make fins now. Let's do that.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
I wonder if we can like put it out here. It doesn't stay there though, right? Doesn't sound like it would. It seems like you can move it around. You can. So once you place it, it's placed, right? You can't pack it back up. Oh, you can. Okay. Let's see if we can find some bladderfish. This is one, I think, right?
Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy. Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yeah. Well, I can get a bottle from one of these, I think, so let's go do that first since I'm practically dead here. Now we can find more. Okay.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Contains precious metals used in computer fabrication. Okay. Keep on hit exit, damn it. So annoying. How do I untie this? God damn it. Okay, there we go. I saw another one somewhere, or was it? Yeah, what is this? Shuttlebug. Huh. I'm gonna look out for those big time. That's how we're gonna survive, is those.
Oxygen.
Oh. That's close.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state.
Oh, damn.
Detonation will occur within 2 hours.
So what does that mean? Does that mean I have 2 hours to try and get away from this or something? 2 in-game hours? Well, the game hasn't really done a good job of telling me what I'm supposed to be doing about Aurora, you know? I can't get over there because it's too radioactive. So I can't get over there to do anything about it, so what am I supposed to do about it? There's nothing I can really do, right?
The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption. Vital signs stabilizing.
Writhing weed seed. What's this? Well, I just used that by accident. We need cave sulfur from somewhere. How can I build this? I don't even have it set on the list of the fabricator stuff. Maybe we need to have the habitat builder for that or something. Potentially. So cave sulfur makes you think that we have to find the stuff inside of a cave, right? So we need to go find a cave of some kind, if possible.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
Jesus. Okay, we got some kind of creature in here that wanted to blow the frack out of me. Oh, we got sulfur down there, so we did find it. I'm guessing it's in this stuff, right?
Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component of many habitat modules.
Sulfur plant? Oh, I see. It's that thing. So those are in the plants. How the hell do you deal with those guys?
Oxygen.
Little kamikaze bastards.
Seconds.
Alright, well, we have some sulfur now. Might be able to make the repair tool. let's take a look. Yeah, cool.
Lifepod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
At least they're no longer sparking off and all kinds of shit here.
Radio online. Broadcasting emergency distress signal.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9
Oh god.
9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
So 9 hours or 9,999 hours? It's a very important number there to figure out there. You know? So... Category 3, ocean, planet, oxygen, nitrogen, atmosphere, extensive biodiversity, ordering. May support Leviathan class predators? Damn. High levels of foreign bacteria, planets beyond, Federation, space rescue is unlikely. Standard O2 tank titanium. We actually can make this. I need some more metal salvage potentially, but I can potentially make that with a bit more metal resources. Need to find more metal. So your exploration progress is determined by the type of tank you have, right? The more air you have, the further you can go down. Oh, but actually, you can cut this with a knife. Oh, good.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-10, 9, 8, 7,
I probably want to be inside the pod for this, right?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Lead? We actually have lead. It says we have one lead somehow. We need fiber mesh too. Oh, we can make it because we have the creep vine. So I think we just found lead from somewhere randomly. Yeah, that ship blew up a bit. Definitely. Alright, so go get some more these vines. We need to find some more metal somewhere. It's kind of crazy how green the water is over here, right? There's some kind of fish over there I haven't seen yet. Oh, inventory's full, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by
500%.
500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
500%, what the hell? Now, how many of those did I pick up? That's been a bunch. Oh, I can make 4 titanium with that. Okay, so we can make the thing now, I think. $135 now. Can I like break this down somehow? Decomposing. So does it have to be creepvine sample? Plus on food minus 1 HO2. H2O, whatever. Water. Okay, let's go ahead and rate this. I think I've got enough of this for me to get an idea of the game. So, overall impressions, or general impressions, first of all. Yeah, it's one of those survival games. You got all kinds of stuff you can do. You have to upgrade to materials and tools to get more materials. Different things are pushing you towards different objectives to get certain progress goals, you know. Like eventually we're going to run into issues with power because the cells are going to run out and we'll have to make like solar panels or something like that. Like the drive core exploding now, we need to get this radiation suit kind of thing going. So it's, you know, typical kind of thing with this. So let's talk about game mechanics and design. So overall, I think the game is pretty well designed. It's kind of like the material flow and upgrade path seems reasonable. I would like to see a little bit more available at the beginning and a little more direction as to what does what, right? Like the fact that there's like no hammer and doesn't really tell you that you need the knife to break things apart, right? I'd like to have a little bit more indication that the knife is used for that. And there's the guide, you know, you go read the guide and stuff like that for that in here, this data bank thing. But again, a little bit more direct communication about what does that stuff would be better off. I think like if you go up and try to break something or interact with something you can't yet, it says you need the knife to do that or something like that. It would be, I think, a good kind of quality of life feature for this to have. I like how before I got the scanner, I was like trying to figure out what the hell to do, and then once I got the scanner, I was still trying to figure out what the hell to do because I didn't realize that the scanner doesn't actually tell you when it unlocks a blueprint. It just says that you scanned something. I kind of wish that would actually tell you that you discovered a new blueprint or something like that. Like when you scan something, new blueprint discovered and what it is. Like I didn't realize the bladderfish were what's needed for water, and once you scan them, you find that out. It doesn't tell you that, I don't think. Not in an obvious way. Now, counter is you scan something and go look at what you information what you scan. Fair point, but still, it should tell you that you've unlocked something new when you do. It should give you a visible thing on the UI when you unlock a new blueprint. Again, another quality of life feature. Other than that, I like the meters and stuff, like the HO2, the O2 meter and all the food and water meter and stuff like that. Those are well thought out and designed. You know, circular kind of gauges are good for this sort of stuff. So, and like you got that on like the tool usability or charge as well. So it's all well thought out. So yeah, overall game design and game mechanics wise, I'll give this game a 8 out of 10. Art design in this game is kind of nuts. Because of, you know, you just come out here and look, it's like, it's just water. Then you go underneath the water and it's like a whole ecosystem of things, right? With like caves and things. Well, I shouldn't assume that this is randomly generated because I don't really know, but if this is randomly generated, that's pretty crazy. 'I think it's farting on me. So like art design and like the art style, artistic style and whatnot of this game is pretty crazy. And it's probably only to get better as you get further into the game, right? Like I would assume that as you get deeper, things get more intense and crazy. 400 sieverts an hour. So we learned, we discovered some new, here it is. Common shallow water plant frequently. Doesn't say that it's used for anything. It's not yet. Cave system nearby. Interesting. So there's like a lot of information and stuff too, right in the menus. Again, the UI seems pretty good. You got like the power up there at the top. You got your stuff over here on the right that you pinned, recipes and such. Bottom is a toolbar. Pretty minimalistic UI, which works for these kinds of games pretty well. In terms of like textures and whatnot, everything looks good. Nothing looks out of place. It's a very consistent kind of style of art style between everything. Like underwater things look like they're, you know, it looks like you're actually underwater. Like the water actually has specularity to it and like color correcting and stuff like that based on what's going on. Is this metal? I think it is. Inventory is full, goddammit. Is this something new? I don't know. Can't do anything with it though. Yeah, everything looks the way it should. Everything looks pretty cool. Nothing looks out of place. Nothing looks really horrendous in terms of like texture stretching or anything like that. I can't imagine that somebody would make this world by hand, right? This has got to be generated to some extent. Randomly generated to some extent, right? Like, I can't imagine them going in and putting in all this stuff. So the fact that it looks this good and is at somewhat procedural, you know, some level is procedurally done, is pretty cool. So art design for this game, 9 out of 10. Things are really good looking, and it's just really good. So, audio. Audio design, again, with these kind of games, you want more ambient, you want less audio in the background. There's some background audio.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call laying back.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Cool. So now we have some place we can go look for people. And we need somebody to get there, though. So hard to build like a ski-doo or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty far over that way. Sea light is damaged. So it's like, there's, you know, the audio's pretty good. It's really ambient. Like the creature sounds underwater are really good because you can't really tell how far away they're coming from. So stuff that's down there, it's like those farters at the moment, but it sounds like it could be something bigger that's further out, which is, you know, how it would actually sound, because sound travels really well through water. So that's pretty cool. They've put some thought into that design of that. Sound effects are okay. I'm trying to bash on something here. Oh, we can't bash on the... Well, crap. Well, yeah, sound effects are still pretty good. Overall, there isn't really any voice act. Well, there's some voice acting, but it's not like there's not like story to the game that requires dialogue and stuff like that yet. So I'll give this game a 7 out of 10 for the sound design so far. Story, there isn't really much story to be had. You just kind of get a thing at the beginning where you're on a ship. Ship's going to do some sort of gate construction, crashes on the planet, and you got to survive. Not really much more than that. So, but there is some story, right? There's a little bit of story, like. So I don't really know how to rate this, because the way that I rate the story is like writing, dialogue, pacing, how interesting the story is, like when the hook is and how good the hook is, and stuff like that. And we don't have any of that here yet because there's been nothing that, nothing to the story yet to actually have that kind of stuff. So I think I have to rate the story an A on this one, not rateable for the moment. We've had a few of those lately. Okay, overall. Overall, so far, I'll give this game a 7.5 out of 10. Taking a half point off because there's a lot of quality of life features that should have been in the game already by now. This game's been out for a while. Like, you should absolutely have everything that tells you when you get a new blueprint and what the blueprint is. You should absolutely, be told when you're trying to do something that you can't yet, what tool you need to do that thing. And there's probably quite a few others. Those are just standard, basic things that should be in this game that aren't. And it kind of is bad. It's kind of sad that they aren't, because this game could be a lot better with those in it. Even as maybe like an accessibility option potentially too. Like, so if somebody doesn't like to read or can't read very well, having those there to kind of tell them, oh, you need this thing, you need that thing, instead of having to have them go in and scan the thing and then say, oh, I need to have this to break it, by reading the description of it, kind of thing. It'd be very, very useful. Plus, just in general for everybody else, make things go a little bit quicker, a little bit more, make a little bit more sense. But yeah. So overall, 7.5 out of 10, with possibility to go higher, possibility to go lower. But yeah, so when we get back to this game, we'll play some more of it, and well, I'll play through the whole thing, and I'll have like a final review on it. But look, it's pretty good so far. For $30, I don't know for about $30. I mean, maybe 20 to 25, maybe. For your average person. If you're into these kinds of games, then it's definitely worth the 30. But if you're not quite so into them, into survival games, or you haven't played one before and you're wondering if you think you would like them or not, then maybe wait for a sale or find a cheaper type of this sort of game to see if you like the genre or not. But definitely a little bit iffy on the value or the cost of the game versus what's in it, what I've seen in it so far, and like the pacing of the game at the moment. But yeah, still, we haven't seen all of the game obviously, so there could be a lot more. But I feel like for $30, there could have been a little bit more effort put into some of the design of it, in terms of like dealing with and notifying the player stuff, right, and some other things too. But yeah, so that'll be it for this first impressions. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and we'll be doing probably Wolfenstein 2, I think, New Colossus. Get a actual shooter into the lineup here. Another one aside from Tiny Tina Wonderland. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. But yeah, till then, this is LP Games, and I will catch you guys next time.